It's Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Michael Che.
I'm Colin Jost, and here are tonight's top stories. Well, it's been 1 week since Trump became the presumptive nominee, and so far, so good. This week, the Washington Post released a recording of Donald Trump posing as a fake publicist named John Miller to brag about his business deals and his sexual conquests. Trump is denying that it's him. Let's listen to the tape.
He's coming out of a marriage that and he's starting to do tremendously well financially. He's probably doing as well as anybody there is.
Come on, that's Trump. Exhibit A, use of the word tremendously. There's only 2 times I've ever heard the word tremendously, from Donald Trump and from recordings of Donald Trump.
John Miller is such a lazy, first thought, made-up name, too. But that's like what Trump does. Everything he says just sounds like he's on the speed round of Family Feud. Give us a fake name. John Miller. Foreign policy, build a wall. Megyn Kelly, always bleeding. KKK, pass. You know, if only there was a way for Trump to prove that John Miller is an actual person. Oh, I know. How about you show us John Miller's birth certificate? Don't you got a guy that can do that, huh?
And look, if Donald Trump truly believes that's not his voice on the phone, then I think we might have a Fight Club situation. I mean, I know his rallies are Fight Club, but I think John Miller might be his Tyler Durden, which also explains Trump's confidence, because every time he looks in the mirror, he sees Brad Pitt.
According to a new poll, 54% of Americans prefer lice to Donald Trump. Which is weird, because lice already dropped out.
But this week, Donald Trump was officially endorsed by Newt Gingrich and Dan Quayle. You know, the best guys and the smartest guys.
Hillary Clinton said that a number of Republicans who don't support Donald Trump have been reaching out to her. She didn't say which Republicans, but I bet I can name at least one off the top of my jeb.
Now that Donald Trump is the Republican nominee, many are concerned about his lack of foreign policy experience, as well as his, quote, bromance with Russian dictator Vladimir Putin. Here to comment is a woman from a small village in Russia, Olya Pavlatsky.
Hello, my babies. Good to see you, Colin. Black Colin. Hello.
So, Olya, how's it been going in Russia? What have you been up to?
Let me see. I forget. Let me check my day planner here. What did I do? Oh, Wednesday. Yes, I did this. And then Thursday. Yes, Thursday I was like. And then, oh, Friday, me and my homegirls, we got together, we did this. So cold, I want to die.
Come on, Russia can't be that bad.
What? Colin! Wait, Jay. You know how in America you're like, hey buddy, go to hell. Well, in Russia we say, hey buddy, stay put.
Wow, you're on fire.
Oh, not again.
No,
Where? Not again.
No, you're not actually on fire. Let's get back on track.
Yes.
What do you think about the fact that Donald Trump could be our next president?
Oh, Colin, this is so sweet. This is like candy in my mouth to me, I'm assuming. For years, America has made fun of Putin, and now you guys have a Putin of your own. Welcome to the suck. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. Bless you. God bless you.
He never has, and he never will. But really, America, come on. You guys have Trump, but you call Putin crazy? This is like pot calling all my toes black. At least our guy is jacked. I mean, have you seen that photo of Putin shirtless on that horse? I mean, yeah.
Wait a second. You think Putin is sexy?
No, I'm saying the horse looked delicious. I'm starving, Colin. Pay attention. Get with the program.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you think about the fact that Putin once called Trump a genius?
You know, having Putin call you genius, this is not compliment. That would be like if my own poop said, you know who smells good? Olya. Like, oh, thank you, poop. Also, oh my God, why are you so gray?
Oh my God. Thank you for the visual. That was great. Thank you.
Colin, can I tell you a secret? I have met this Donald Trump before.
You've met him before?
Yes, yes. Every 10 years, he comes to my village in the middle of the night to take a new wife. He does. No, he really does. And last time, Colin, it was down to me and Melania. I hear he picked her just because she had both ears. So what? God, I am so jealous of her.
You're jealous of her? Why? Because she's rich now?
No, because I see in her eyes that she is truly dead.
Olya Blavatsky, everyone.
One day, one day. I am good. No, I'm good.
A prisoner in Colorado who was convicted of crack possession is demanding a DNA test, claiming to be the biological son of Prince. Or, and hear me out, he's just a crackhead.
UFO enthusiasts have declared that Hillary Clinton is the first ET candidate after she pledged to release government files on UFOs and Area 51. Unfortunately, the aliens keep all their files on a private email server. Tough.